Sex trafficking is undoubtedly one of the most horrific crimes that is committed against humanity by humanity. Sex trafficking involves the enslavement of humans against their will, along with drug use and violence. The terrifying and immoral act of sex trafficking is proved with three reasons. First, people are making enormous amounts of money through forced servitude. Second, it is the modern form of slavery, which is unconstitutional. Lastly, sex trafficking involves the exploitation of a person by forcing the victim into prostitution and involuntary servitude. The sex trafficking industry is the third largest criminal industry in the world. It affects 161 countries worldwide and is estimated to be a $32 billion industry. A sex trafficker makes an uncanny amount of money off of one slave. The pimp can earn more money than what he originally paid for a girl by training her to save future buyers the hassle and selling her again. Slave auctions are held in public where pimps bid for women. The highly profitable business is a worldwide phenomenon that produces broken people and agony. Slavery was deemed unconstitutional in 1865 amidst the conclusion of the Civil War. The 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution states that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Sex trafficking is unconstitutional because it denies people the right to freedom and self-determination. Even if people are not enslaved, exchanging sex for money is wrong because it forces people into prostitution. Perhaps most fundamentally, people who are victims of sex trafficking are in effect being raped by people who pay for these heinous actions. Rape is defined as the unlawful compelling of a person through physical force. Clearly, children and adult victims of sex trafficking are not choosing this lifestyle, therefore they are being raped. Sources vary, but some suggest that the average age of a teen in the sex trafficking industry is 12 to 14 years old. San Diego, California is a prime destination for sex traffickers due to the excess amount of runaways. Over 300,000 children run away from home each year and are often trafficked within 48 hours of being on the street. Of course, there is always the counter-argument that some people believe prostitution should be legalized and that what a woman does with her body is her choice. An anonymous speaker on a website called debate.org stated, "If people want to sell their bodies for sex, they have the right." This statement is relevant to prostitutes, not women who are sold unwillingly into the sex trafficking industry. But when a prostitute and her customer agree on a price for sex, that violates no one's rights. In conclusion, sex trafficking is immoral, unconstitutional, and wrong. The unlawful compelling of a person without their consent is slavery. People will have their own opinions on whether or not women can choose to do with their bodies what they want, but enslavement and forced prostitution remains a sect of human trafficking and an absolute cruel act.